Testing, testing, testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan Bivi, and today we are going to be talking about how do erasers, erase. Have you actually ever wondered, let's say you're in school, okay? One day you're just messing around, or maybe just writing down something or drawing something, right? And you accidentally make a mistake, right? What can you do? Well, just use an eraser if you're using a pencil, okay? And just erase it off, okay? You erase it, flecks are there, just rub them off, and that's that. But have you ever actually wondered, how do erasers actually erase the marks off of a pencil? In order to understand that whole shenanigan we first have to understand, how does a pencil actually work? You see, pencil is made out of pencil lead. Well, it's not actually made out of lead, so you don't get lead poisoning if you're stabbed or injured by a pencil, okay? It's actually made up of something called graphite, okay? Which is a soft material which is made up of these flaky crystal which is made of these flaky atom-sized crystal / carbon, okay? So that's what graphite is, okay? And as early as the 1790s, okay, around that time, it was mixed with clay, okay, to create different layers, not different layers, but different levels of hardness, okay? So with this graphite clay mix, okay, how the pencil works is that these flakes, okay, is the thing that you see on the pencil, the marks, okay? So when we write, it rubs off these flakes onto the pencil, okay? And now the flakes cling onto the fiber of the paper, okay? And due to the paper's large surface area, the fibers will the flakes will gladly stick onto the fibers and stay there for a very long time, okay? But how do erasers actually erase these flakes, okay? Well, it's simple. The thing is, erasers are just more stickier than the fiber and soft enough so that way they won't tear the paper, okay? Since they're stickier, okay? It's not like the flake themselves is like glued on there. They're just hanging on there, okay? So something stickier, for example, a razor, can just rip the flakes right off of the paper itself. So whenever you're erasing, okay, you're removing those flakes. And the little rubber bits that come off, okay, those dust particles or whatever, okay, the remains of the rubber, right? Those are just the flakes that the rubber has removed off, okay? And that have detached from the rubber itself, okay? So that's how it is, okay? And the thing is, this principle has been used as early as the 1500s, okay? When, you know what the common eraser was, okay? The common eraser was just a piece of bread. Well, a rolled up, a little bit moist piece of bread, but still bread. It has some properties that an eraser has, okay? But people started using these off because, well, one, it's bread, and two, it has other properties that the actual rubber is made up of, okay? So now in modern times, right, they use rubber to, erasers are made of rubber, okay? Okay, now the thing is, rubber is made from the latex from trees, okay? And that's how the name rubber is gotten from. You see, in around circa 1770, okay, there was like some chemist, okay, who was experimenting with the latex, and he said, hey, you know what? This material, okay, is pretty good at rubbing off pencil marks, okay? That's where rubber got its name from, okay? Which is cool and all, but the thing is, the latex from the trees, okay, it's pretty expensive, and some people are allergic to it. So nowadays, modern rubbers are more or less made from synthetic petroleum rubber, okay? Like rubber, okay? Plus some prunes, okay? Just so that way it can remove deeper marks of flakes that are still hanging on there in those tight spots. They use that to remove them off even more easier, okay? So that's basically how an eraser erases, and that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.